hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And then when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man, get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planty, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tricked up. Little petty trending the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, now everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep it hard, but you know that it's elegant. Get mad, but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling and rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating and boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, I don't mind, I'll do it for the hell of it, yeah. Elevate bars, I regulate, yeah. UK, wheel up the tune, just meditate. If it didn't get it by now, then it kinda late. Man thinks he's a bad man, but he's kinda bait. Live every day like it's my last, celebrate. Mind on the task, we calibrate. Loaded, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. Didn't wanna listen, but I told him. One more time, your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. Too bad, these vibes here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep it hard, but you know that it's elegant. Get mad, but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these sheets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them boom, she's back again. Oh, cause the little fire on the track again. Turn the music on, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn the mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Who's the icon?
Yo. What's up, guys? Chris Tips1. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Live Vibe 378. I hope you're all having a wonderful freaking day. Today on the Live Vibe, we're going to have the Bears on. We're going to have Logie, and we're going to have Ninja Bear on. And, dude, I'm a little late scheduling this Live Vibe. I just scheduled it about 20 minutes ago. I got back from mentoring. Oh, damn, the heavy song just hit. And it's been one of those days. Anyways, today we're going to start off with the question of the day. After that, I'm going to call in the Bears. Then we're just going to be vibing up, catching up, and talking nonsense. For the question of the day, wrong answers only. What's 3 things you keep on your nightstand, bro? I mean, you can do like a serious one and a funny one, but I really want some funny things. And hey, it might be an actual thing. Like maybe you keep a can of Cheese Whiz on your nightstand just to get a little bit hungry at night. You know what I mean? It might be a correct answer. I don't know. But in all honesty, in my nightstand, my nightstand even has a drawer. But I keep everything from a TENS unit, electromagnetic, to a little travel Tylenol pills, to batteries, to my pew. On top of my nightstand, dude, I keep my fan. I keep a flashlight. I keep the little book that Reggie got me. Water. I always have water. And a spit bottle, man. That's what I keep. But wrong answers only, guys. What are 3 things you guys keep on your nightstand? You guys are vibing and having fun. So yeah, please do me a favor and like this video, man. How's everyone doing, man? The flamingos are out in full force, Ninja. Come on, dude. There's no way, bro. Give me some practical things. I mean, maybe a can of Cheese Whiz is a practical thing you keep on your nightstand. Bro, there was this, when I just moved here, there was a weird stank in this apartment. It must have been like not empty, but it must have been unoccupied for a while. And being that the AC was, on at all times, it had a weird stink. So when I moved in here, man, I was lighting up candles like crazy, dude. And I remember getting a bunch of different candles off of Amazon. Whiskey, like burlwood, all types of like manly scents. And I have a white little fan that I keep on my nightstand. And there was this small whiskey. It was a whiskey. It was like a sweet, I want to say like a whiskey cherry. I don't know. It was a very sweet whiskey scent. And I would light it up at night. And it was like that tall. That way. It wasn't like a full grown, but it was like one of those bougie ones where that little ass candle was like $20. But it was good. Anyways, as I was going to sleep, I wanted to smell it, right? And it was so damn small that I couldn't smell the scents when I was sleeping. So what I did is I pushed my nightstand fan forward and I put that little candle behind the fan. So you guys know those fans, they pull the air from the back. And bro, it was wild because you can, whatever direction, bro, you would just get the strong scent coming if you put a candle behind the fan. But the worst thing about it is that the next following day, my fan was a white fan. The back and the blades of the fan were completely black from the smoke that was coming from the candle. So I don't know if I was breathing some good shit or some bad shit, but that was pretty bad, dude. That was pretty bad. Ninja. Usually a half-drunken bottle of water. However, it'd be nice to have a nightstand on my side of the bed. But apparently the guy to sleep the nearest to the door. Well, this question could be like, what do you keep on your bed? You know what I mean? And I have a nice big queen nice bed. And I don't move. And since I shoved my bed and it's just me, I shoved my bed in the corner. So there is one nightstand. But I do keep things on the other side of the bed. My remote control for my TV. Usually a Bible. And my phone. I have a long phone charger. But I've learned some crazy shit, dude, as far as like, I wouldn't say radiation, but I've been hearing it's bad. It's bad. Because most of us probably do this. Most of us probably sleep with our phone. Do any of you guys sleep with your phone plugged in? When your phone is plugged in to a power supply, apparently it emits whatever. 10 times is worse. It messes with your dreams, dude. But I don't know. I think it's all just probably just some bullshit thing. What's up, Reggie? How you doing, man? Cell phone, TV, remote, and one of my mud jugs. Wrong answers only, man. Give me some crazy, bro. Like the video, you goobers. Absolutely, guys. Drop a like in the video. Chris has a small cent coming now. You keep an axe? Dip at a fat. You keep an axe? Man, I don't know. Axe is close combat, bro. That would be pretty badass, though, if you just had a freaking axe leaned. If I saw someone holding an axe, bro, I am running, dude. I am running. I would probably much rather run towards a guy with a gun than I would a guy with an axe for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. A white wig. How dapping, JD. A curling iron for your curls. Nice. Face powder. I get it. I see where you're going here. Never know when the song is gonna come on. I could the quick flip of the quick couple pats, you're done, bro. You might need some eyeliner, like an eyeliner pen to put a couple little dots on your little cheekskis, bro. Oh shit. There's a on the dresser, there's a one-sided socks. I can never pair together. And a massage gun. A massage gun, huh, Ninja? Huh? Okay. Listen. I don't know how this always happens where growing up with the large family, pairing socks was always the worst, dude. Always the worst. And the funny thing is the trick thing is, I mean, granted, it sucks, you know, you got kids, you got a husband, a girlfriend, of course you're all gonna wear different socks. And you'll always find a missing pair, right? There'll always be a couple missing pairs. And I don't know how they get lost. I don't know if they're behind the dryer. I don't know, but it's just so typical. The way I get around it is that all my socks are the same. They're black socks, black running socks. And when I need new pairs, it's in my Amazon order. I look up the same pair and I have 50 pairs of the same sock. Now, granted, I might have one sock left over, but it's super easy to, the way I would fold my socks is like when you get a pair, you get two and then you just cup them and no, I don't even do that anymore. I just get all my socks and I have a little like a IKEA bin and I just throw them all in there. Since they're all the same sock, I don't really have to fold them together and pair them up. I just grab two socks. Simple, very simple and effective. I guess that's like a perk, right? When you're single and yeah. Some people, the thing is, I wear shorts all the time, dude. So I gotta wear those ankle socks. You know what I mean? They're not they have no show, then they got ankle socks, and then they got crew socks, right? I'm not down with the fools, man. No show socks are cool, but sometimes they slip. And then I'd rather wear but every no-show sock I have, they slip down. So I get the ankle socks, and they do just fine. Do any of you guys still wear crew socks, like longs? I mean, I would assume so, especially people who live like in cold environments. But being in California and then Florida, bro, you don't. Shit, even when I wear boots, I'm still wearing my ankle socks. Fine. If you want wrong answers only, the question today is a pic of Chris's ankles, shea butter lotion, and a box of tissue. That's pretty fucked up, Reggie. That's not good, dude. Life is too short to always be matching socks. Dude, that's the thing though. Like, if you're wearing pants all the time, I just think, it takes a couple seconds, right? It's not like it's like very time consuming to match your socks, but do all y'all just have just different varieties of socks? Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, just invest. Spend $30 on socks, $40 on socks on Amazon, dude. If you have the same pair of socks, you don't gotta match anything, dude. It's like a freaking bachelor. It's a bachelor tip. I'll even wear mismatched socks in work. Ain't nobody seeing them. What if you're sitting down, Logie? What if you're sitting down, bro? And you cross your leg, or you put your leg up, and you got a pink sock on with a little Hello Kitty on it. IKEA, that's Swedish for put that shit together. Yeah, crew socks, dude. They bother me. I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously wintertime is different too, but crew socks, it's when you take off your socks, you get like those crazy crew socks on your bottom of your calf. It's weird. Next to me in the wall, and a crib that hasn't moved since my oldest was born. For now, My kitties sleep there until they're evicted 5.5 months from now. Oh. Oh, shit. Fuck them. If they're looking at my socks when I send it, that's on them. Enjoy the show. If that's the case, why not just wear your freaking, your loafers, dude? Your Bigfoot shoe skis, bro. I'm gonna pack me a freaking dipski, bro, skis. And I'm gonna call the Bears in. My unholstered Caitlyn Jenners. Oh, man. Nightstands are weird. But for reals, though, I keep like I have like a second iWatch charger on there. I can probably take you to my nightstand from here, unplug that, but then I won't be able to talk to you guys. And I don't want to show you what's in my nightstand. I keep batteries. Batteries for my Xbox controller. I have 2 Xboxes, one in my room and then one in the living room, but I keep batteries. I keep wipes for my glasses. That little drawer that single drawer I have in my nightstand, dude, it's packed with stuff, dude. I got a knife in there. Dude, last night, dude, going to bed last night, bro, all I heard was scratches, bro. Like, I heard, like, it was either, this was like at 11:30 at night. I'm thinking, what kind of animal is nocturnal? Do squirrels? Are they out at night fucking shit up? It was either like an iguana or a lizard. Something. I see raccoons out here all the time, too. But it was a creepy ass noise, bro. So I freaking went on, boom, boom, boom. But, you know, I live alone, so I got my my self-defense stuff. I remember at one point I had my Negan bat somewhere. Make that noise again. It was like scratching the screen. It was scratching the screen. I hate that I have big feet because the rest of my family has small feet. They always steal my socks. Bro, that's the worst, dude. That's the worst. Because if someone has small feet and they're using extra long socks, that's how you get blisters. By not wearing socks that fit you. That's another one of the big causes that people get blisters. The socks, they gotta fold in the sock, bro. They gotta fold in the sock. Asian, you just gotta hide your socks like somewhere where no one can find them, brother. Uh-oh, the haunting OD. His apartment. Dude, I remember hearing those sounds when I first moved in here. It was creepy. And I haven't heard them in a long time. And I heard them last night. I thought it was NC trying to break in. It's not the chupacabra, bro. Alright, Loki. Alright, Ninja. I'm ready for you guys. Come vibe, bro. Come vibes, broskies. Let's see. I'm gonna keep this up. So when vibers come in, I want to keep this up. Because there's some other questions. There's some other questions I want to bring up. I'm gonna need the iPad on here. Oh no, wait. I gotta turn this on before. They will not gonna be able to call in if I don't have that on. Sadly, slippy slips aren't allowed in the office. No one's behind me, bro. No one's. My Lego collection. That's what's behind me, bro. You guys have seen some. The Lego. Dude, what was I forgot that one. I forgot that mythical thing. La Llorona. What was the story about La Llorona? It's folklore. La Llorona, meaning the weeping woman, is a popular figure in Mexican and Latin American folklore. A vengeful ghost who wanders near bodies of water, weeping for her lost children. Her story involves a woman who, after being abandoned, drowns her children out of despair of rage. Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool. Yo, Logie!
Oh my God, it's right behind you!
How's it going, dude?
It's going, man. Fucking God. Fresh from a little napski.
Ooh. A little chicken burrito?
Yeah, that shit laid me out, dude. But, I mean, I was dumb. And last
Why?
night... last night when I was having dinner, I was just like, you know what? I want to drink with some flavor instead of water. So I pulled out this bad Larry, which is just G Fuel powder mixed with water. and I was just taking swigs from it. And then, it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. And I'm like, why am I yawning, but I can't fucking sleep? Yeah. And it hit me. Oh, yeah, duh. I was drinking fucking straight up fucking caffeine for dinner. Or with dinner, I should say. And I was just like, oh my God. So like the whole day I've been fucking dragging ass. And like I was just like, you know what? Like I gotta do it. I gotta take a fucking quick 20-minute nap.
Oh, dude. Doesn't that make you
But
more
I feel
tired?
so refreshed. Not for me, not really. I mean, do I still want to, be in bed? Yes. But I mean, who doesn't? But no, I feel good. I feel a lot better.
Nice. Dude, I see your Star Wars Lego set you got up top. I like it. The Star Wars logo.
Dude.
It looks, it pops.
Mm-hmm.
You can totally
see
it
pops real nice. I also changed my lighting around. My ring light is over this monitor now instead of directly in my fucking face. And I fucked with some camera settings to try to, change it up a little bit and see if I can get everything shown in the background. But yeah, that yellow pops and I love it.
How is your new chair working out for you?
Dude, I still fucking love this thing. If I could take a nap in this thing, if I could just live in this, I would. It's to the point where I literally asked the head of my office if we are allowed to bring in, if we are unsatisfied with the chairs that we have because they are so old, can we bring in our own? And she was like, well, she's like, I don't see anything wrong with it. A chair doesn't hold data, so we can't. I can't tell you no. It's not as long as your chair doesn't have Bluetooth. And I was like, I don't know why it would, but okay. And she was like, or we can put in a request when it's time to spend money on the budget. I was like, the government is not going to spend the money on this chair. And she looked at me with a knowing look. She looked at me with a knowing look. She's like, is it a gamer chair? And I was like, yes it is, and it is expensive. She's like, I mean, we could try, but if you do end up spending your own money and bringing it in, then just have some way to market that it's yours, so that if you ever leave, and you're taking it with you, people don't think that you're stealing. And I was like, yeah, no, the government would not spend money on this chair, so it's going to be pretty well known that it's mine.
How would that make your quality of life at work a lot better? Is a chair that you use at
so
work?
Much better, dude. My fucking chair's so broken and fucking it squeaks real fucking loud. I gotta fucking I have to remember to bring my can of WD-40 just to try to get it to not Ninja!
Ninja!
Who is that man?
Who is that hunk?
Ooh!
Who is that hunk?
Ow!
You should start an OnlyFans.
Shit!
Oh shit!
How you doing, Ninja? Look at it, it's
I'm
fucking
okay.
bright out. It's sunny as hell in freaking California right now, bro. Fucking
Look at
6:30 in the afternoon.
Yes, it is.
Natural light. Logie, it should be still light where you're at, still, right? Because you're 2 hours behind.
Yeah, it's still light outside. It usually doesn't get dark around, I want to say 8:30.
Stand together. Wrong answers only, bro. Pocket knife and nicotine gum. How you doing,
Maybe that
Stan?
is his wrong answers. You don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Dude, I have these. I still haven't tried any of these. I tried the gum, but
By the way, we saw it. It was poking out a little bit. You might want to tape up.
Ninja, how you doing?
I took a bunch of shots. I'm good. Just hungry. It took me a little bit to get my food and shit and water. And then he came in at the last minute to give me a letter.
How was your trip to AZ?
It was good. Got a lot done. Met with my family, met with extended family that I haven't seen in probably since I was 5, and that was on my dad's side of the family, my uncle, and was sleep deprived, hallucinating for a little bit because I was so hungry and sleep deprived. Oh my god!
You probably put your body through stress, a lot of stress, especially when you're pregnant. Yeah. There should be some leeway.
Yeah, I did. What did I do? We left Friday evening and got there Saturday early morning around 3:08, and my youngest was fighting his sleep. He didn't want to go to bed. So then I finally went to sleep with him at 3:40. My sister got there at 4:08 a.m. And then boom, right before 5 a.m., my mom's running back and forth saying the ceremony's about to start. And then my sister and I were the first ones to come out of our bed, wash our face with cold water, brush our friggin' teeth, and then get the day started. And then we spent the entire day like just cooking, cleaning, prepping, being there for my dad. And the next phase of it wasn't going to start until 10 p.m. that night, but I couldn't sleep because my sons were still awake. They were running around. So I spent my time just sitting, snacking, mingling with my family members, and we started at 10 p.m. and then we had to be up. We weren't allowed to go to sleep the rest of the whole night until 5 a.m. right before the sun came up when it was over. And then my sister and I had to go in my mom's house, hurry up and cook breakfast for everybody. And then we serve the food. I get inside the Hogan and I tell my mom, I said, I can't eat this food. I don't feel good. Something's not right. So I go in the house to lay down. I knock out and I wake up at 8:45. So I took like a power nap, which helped a lot. And just spent the rest of my day napping. That was it. Not napping, but relaxing. And then I realized, oh crap, it's my son's birthday and it's Sunday. So all day we're just disassembling canopies. Everyone's disassembling like stuff that we put up, feed everyone. And then we decided to saddle up my brother's horse and give my son a ride. And then my nephews sat on the horse. They went riding for a little bit. And then my stupid ass talked to my dad and I said, wouldn't it be nice if we sheared your sheep so you don't have to worry about it? And then he's like, oh, what a good idea. So he drives all the way back to the barn, gets the shearing scissors, and I'm like, oh my, why did I say that? And then, so then while we're there, I'm there like sharpening the shearing scissors, and then my son is chasing the sheep, we catch him, we're shearing them, and I'm just in the hot sun, I'm tired.
Are you recouped?
Yeah.
Something like that takes a while, man, to get back.
Tuesday, I didn't go to the gym. Thank God my gym buddy overslept in Chino Hills and said she couldn't make it in time to Lancaster. And I'm like, oh, I don't care. You take your time. I'm going back to bed.
Oh,
I went to bed.
Oh, darn.
I was sore, like my pelvis and right where I think my uterus is. I was fucking sore.
You're done. Logie, what was the longest time you stayed up? I mean, I'm sure there were some military times where you definitely.
Jesus
Have you
Christ.
pulled more than a 24-hour shift or 24-hour awake?
Oh yeah. I mean, just because of when the flight was to Chicago for boot camp, like I was awake all day. Got on the plane, flew, and then we arrived at boot camp like late at night, and we have to do the whole in-processing shit, and then we get to our fucking our compartment or our dorm, like hella after like a lot of other people. And then, but by the time that we got in there and stowed our shit away, it was time to begin the day. So, I mean, that was like 48 hours right there. There was definitely a time where something was broken on the ship, and I can't truthfully say that I was awake for a week, because there was some power naps in there, but like it felt like I was awake for a straight week, just trying to fix like a major like critical system on the ship and get it back up and running. It was just like one of those, like, we need this up and we need it now because we're about to do some shit. So
did you
it felt
hallucinate at all?
I mean, I don't know. I felt like the tiny little green men were real. Made sense of why his shit was broke. But I haven't hallucinated that hard. I think so far the only time that I've really hallucinated from sleep loss was actually my road trip from Virginia to New Mexico. Because like I was trying to take breaks and take naps, but any rest stop that I stopped at, of course, there's other people, and some of those other people have other dogs, and my dog does not like other dogs, so she's like squealing the entire time that I'm trying to take a nap. I'm just like, you know what, fine, fuck it, we'll just keep heading on the road. So like I think I was awake for 28 hours, and it was the tail end. Like I just got into the town that I live in now, and the road had actually started to come together to a point.
Tunnel.
And yeah, and it was weird because like, I was just like, oh shit, oh fuck, like the road is getting narrower, like it's coming to a point, like like there's cars behind me, there's cars in front of me, like I can't stop, I have to keep going, but like this is gonna be terrible. Like I feel like I'm about to cause an accident. And at that point in time, like right then and there, I swear to you, it was like a movie. I heard my dad's voice in my ear tell me the same thing that he told me when I started to learn how to drive, and he was teaching me how to drive. He was like, just center yourself with the center of the road and you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly in the middle. And that's just what I did. I just fucking centered myself between the 2 points that were coming together at a V, and I made it to the town hall, because apparently I couldn't move in to this house until I had the gas heat would not be turned on, and I couldn't move in until the water was turned on. And in order to get water turned on, I had to show up in person at the town hall and be like, hey, this is where I live, can I please get the water turned on? And I was like, oh, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, then I got there like maybe 20 minutes before they opened, and I pulled into the parking lot, and like I was just like, oh my god. And like the past like few hours, like I couldn't remember. like I got that driver's blackout, and I was like, wait, how did I make it here? What do you mean I only have a mile left? Like, what the fuck?
Sleep deprivation's nuts, dude. I've hallucinated on shit where I thought I was either seeing things or I was hearing things. And it's funny, when you're sleep deprived, first off, just the power of thinking and processing stuff. You're burning energy. You burn a lot of energy processing and doing this and that. And dude, I've had some tough ones like that, like where, like you saying, like, how did I get here? You'll have like time jumps where you just don't recall anything. And with sleep deprivation, dude, your brain just doesn't function. Like, it's weird. Like the strangest things are, I gotta turn off the light, and then you walk up, and then you're like, how do I do this? Those things are freaking terrifying, dude. And when I'm hearing Ninja powering through that, just trying to stay up, and I mean, dude, people can go through those in 24 hours. It doesn't even need to be a 48 hours or anything like that. I mean, everyone's different, dude. But when you're sleep deprived, dude, that's some scary shit, dude. Ninja, what are you eating?
Just spaghetti.
Lack of sleep.
I'm looking at my cat, Spread Eagle, right now. He's licking his bottom tummy. Like like his leg is far apart. He's just going at it.
Yeah, lower
Reggie,
tummy.
thank
That's
you.
what he's licking.
Yeah, I was
Edmonton,
hearing voices too. Well, they were singing. I was motioning to my sister, and I kept looking behind my lounge chair. And normally we're supposed to sit on the floor, but since I'm preggo, I got away with the chair. I
Nice.
was like, I swear to God, I hear somebody singing right behind me, but I'm against the wall. And then my sister kept hearing someone whistling outside, and people talking outside of the Hogan as the ceremony was going. And I thought, oh, this is the second time. First time this ever happened was when I had peyote, but I didn't have peyote this whole thing. No coffee, no energy drink, so I was struggling.
Oh, I'm glad you made it back. That seems like a brutal drive. 8 hours is a long drive.
Yeah,
Especially
it
and
was.
then when you have kids. When you have kids, it must be even harder. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
ask you
frequent stuff
this.
at McDonald's.
Now, for the men in the live vibe, turn it around. Turn this question around. But for Ninja. So for Ninja, you get to be a man for 24 hours. What's the first thing you're doing? Not necessarily the first thing, but what would you be doing? And for the fellas out there vibing in chat, if you were a girl for 24 hours, what's the first thing
I have my
you
answer.
were doing?
I was gonna say the first thing I'm gonna do is baby elephant trunk with that thing, like do the spinny.
Yes, I knew it. That's always every lady's first fucking answer.
Really? To do the helicopter? Like
Like a
Justin?
pool noodle, just go nuts in the shower. Like, oh, that's what it does. How far can I stretch it? And does it hurt?
Logan, would you be doing the same thing while doing your tits in a circle rotation?
No. I'd be classy about it. I'm hopping in the shower and I'm just gonna get lost.
I would. Well, they say women's, stuff has so many nerve endings. Like they're more sensitive down there than men are sensitive in their shit. So I'd probably be exploring. Seeing what
I
feels
was gonna
good.
say, I've had a couple of guy friends that say, like, I want to film my tits and all that stuff, and I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know how some
Well-
women are, but I know majority of women, it's really just a bag
Meat.
of fat. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no unless you're pinching the fuck out of your nipples. There's really no sensation there. It's just bags of fat. There's nothing to it for us. It's like it's there. I mean,
I would
It's
think it's the
heavy.
same as man boobs. I
their
think if-
balls. Oh, never mind.
No, man boobs. Like if guys have big titties, I'm sure it feels the sensation for men is. I mean, unless women have more sensitive nipples, I would think.
No.
I don't know. It's Logie. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, I just, it doesn't matter, man. I'm soaping them up, and I'm just gonna get lost. Like,
You're gonna lather them up. What's up, Zach? How you doing?
I'm a boob guy. I've always been a boob guy. You know what
That
I mean?
would suck if you came out of that machine. It's like, oh, I'm flat chested.
But yeah, no. Oh my god, I'd be so upset. But like, yeah, eventually I'll go, mousing around down there and like, see what's up. But but I don't want to offset my pH balance.
Like you're trying to put whipped cream there and be like,
Yeah, you just lift it up.
you're not big enough for me to lick.
Stan says probably seeing how many connector pins can fit. Reggie says make a sandwich.
Oh god.
It'll probably taste 10 times better.
Oh shit. Oh man, men and women are ridiculous, dude. Our differences.
Wow.
I don't know. It all
Yeah.
depends. I mean, realistically, I'd be terrified, bro. I would be terrified.
Is
I
this
could
gonna
be
be
wrong.
forever?
I mean,
I
dude,
could be wrong, but wasn't it men have like 90 1,000 nerve endings on the tip of their head, whereas women have 200,000 nerve endings.
Well, women just have more.
I don't know.
More
Could have
feel
sworn
good
that's what
nerve
was it,
endings.
but it's a big number.
You know, I can ask Rock.
That's right.
I should go to voice chat for this. No, I'm not gonna do the voice chat.
Use that
Okay.
AI chick. See what she says.
Does a vagina or does a vagina?
No. It's clitoris,
Have-
not vagina.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm being general.
God.
Yeah. Come on, Cartman.
Endings and sensations. This is gonna be weird, bro. Does a vagina have
You did this, okay? You can't say it's weird. You did this.
This is weird, guys. This is all about you guys. This is such a weird shit. The vagina and penis both have high concentration of nerve endings, but their density and sensory roles differ to anatomical and functional distinction. The clitoris, often considered part of the vulva rather than the vagina itself, it has approximately 8 to 10,000 nerve endings, making it one of the most sensitive areas of the human body. The vagina, however, has fewer nerve endings. The estimated suggestion is that 2 to 3,000 concentrated primarily nearly the entrance of the introitus and the lower third where touch and pressure sensations are most pronounced. The vaginal walls, particularly deeper inside, have fewer sensory nerve endings and are more attuned to pressure than fine touch. The penis, particularly the glans, has around 4 to 6,000 nerve endings, with the highest concentration of the glans is... Okay, comparing the two, the clitoris surpasses the penis in nerve endings density, making it exceptionally sensitive, while the vaginal itself has fewer new endings than the penis. However, the vagina nerve endings are specialized for different sensations like pressure and stretching. All right, I'm done. This sounds weird.
Comes with Google pictures.
No. This vibe is already freaking.
I was like, you really trying to make him get denied in 3 months again, Ninja? Jeez.
Dude, that would be the worst thing. Imagine getting your period for the first time.
Oh my god!
Man.
Within the 24 hours that you have, like that'd be so. Oh my god, I'd be so upset. But then I'd make myself feel better with ice cream and chocolate.
I know. Like Loki was waiting to go to Pound Town, and then Shark Week hits. You got fucking cramps. Nobody wants their Red Wings badge that day. I'm sorry.
No, dude, I would never. Oh, that'll be the worst to experience. That's why I think women can take a lot more shit mentally than men can do, man. It's funny, dude. I think being a woman, I don't know. Some people say we all have past lives, and sometimes we can be women, we can be men. Edmonton 4, Dallas 2, third and the second. Oh shit, that's right. All right, guys, I have another question. This is just a simple question. Name something people tend to do when they are drunk.
Tell you a long story that's not relevant to what's happening around you right now.
So be completely
And they won't
stupid.
shut the fuck up.
Share secrets. Be more open.
Oh yeah.
I could have went pro if it wasn't for my bum knee.
What do you mean? Just one
It was
doctor
all
visit?
her fault. I swear, if I did, it was all her fault.
Most
She
likely-
left me. Should I call her?
Yeah, you most likely call an ex. Most likely just make a fool out of yourself. Bro, I've been a stupid drunk, dude. I did a lot of stupid shit drunk that I think a big reason why I just don't even touch it is because I realize how much of a fool I was being drunk. The decisions I would make. I was always a fun drunk, but there was like a moment patch where I was just going through things that I would just become a complete idiot. I've been I've been always a happy drunk, but there were some nights, dude, where I was an angry drunk. And that is not my personality. It's weird what alcohol can do to someone. And first, you can never talk to a drunk, dude. You can never reason with someone who is drinking. That's why I think marijuana is like so much better, dude. When you're high, you just relax. You're carefree. Do you guys know any people? I mean, I'm sure we all know people. But I mean,
God.
Logie, were you a fun drunk? Did you ever get angry or?
I like to believe that I was fun. I remember, there was a point in time where I would get really huggy. Like I'm just like, oh, give me a hug.
Yeah,
give me a hug. And then, I had the slight reputation for giving the best hugs while I was drunk. But the other thing that I was known for when I was drunk, and I did nothing illegal, but I would disappear. And then people would find me or either receive through text that I was at Waffle House. Like, they'd be like, they would, it would.
Oh my god, that's that meme where she's like, "I bet he's cheating on me." Logie just sitting at a Waffle House wobbling.
Yeah. No, I loved going to Waffle House, but no, there was definitely a time where I'd wake up at my buddy's house and they'd be like, yeah, dude, we realized we haven't seen Logan in a while. Where the fuck is he? Try texting, nothing happens. They're like, I bet you I know where he is. And they came and collected me from fucking Waffle House and brought me back.
Oh my god.
There was one time where nobody noticed and I just kind of dipped out, and I actually woke up at a Waffle House with fucking hash brown gravy and chili on the side of my face, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I start wiping off with the napkin and shit, and then fucking waitress comes over and I was like, what happened? Why didn't anybody try to wake me up? They're like, honey, you came in here stumbling, ordered ordered a triple order of all the white hash browns. You got through 2 bites and then you just passed out, and we were just like, you know what? We're not going to send him home. He obviously needs it. We'll just leave him where he's at. And I was like, I love you, Waffle House.
Dude, those breakfast food at night after Hammer was always delicious, bro. Delicious. But that's funny. It makes sense that you would end up getting your grub on. Logie just disappeared, bro. He's the Mashy Browns. Ninja, how were you as a drinker? Oh, she's gone. She keeps going. She keeps disconnecting. Alcohol poisons the soul. It does, Stad. It does. Justin texts all of his exes. I talk with myself when I'm drunk, says Adrian. Pass out. Act lovely. Aw, he's a teddy bear. I think Reggie's a teddy bear.
Yep.
Reggie's a teddy bear when he drinks. Annoy the fuck out of you if you yourself are sober. JD. Oh my god, the worst people to talk to. Never ending line of questions about the same thing.
Oh my god, yeah. You give them the same answer 16 different times and they're like, okay, but what about this? I'm like, that's the same question you just asked, man.
Sure, Logie. Gravy.
It was. Waffle House puts gravy on the hash browns if you ask.
I've done this a lot, bro. Text all my exes. I've done that multiple times. It's cringe. It's stupid.
I surprisingly have never done that.
Oh, I would call. I just
had no urge to
call, bro. It's I like this one though. I think Reggie will be a fun person to party with, bro. He just acts all lovey-dovey, bro. Then he just passes out. Ninja. How are you?
Yes.
How are you when you drink? Are you multiple depending on the alcohol? Because some people say like, oh, if I drink beer, I'm this way. If I drink liquor, I'm this way. How are you, Ninja, back in your drinking days?
Oh gosh, like Logie said, I kind of think I'm a happy drunk. Obviously, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm a rowdy drunk from what I hear.
I can see that.
It was good. When it was good,
Let's go
I
fuck
was a
shit
rowdy
up.
drunk. Yeah, that was me. It was just I just made friends with everybody, and normally everyone knew me as this closed off, fly on the wall person that just didn't open up to nobody, and my only facial expression was just like no, I don't smile or anything like that.
Yeah.
But when I was drinking, I opened up a lot. I was rowdy. I was getting into shit, and I was like starting shot lines, the choo trains, and apparently I get flirty, and like I'm my energy level is just up here, and I don't want it to come down.
Yeah.
So I was that type that couldn't stop. But unlike Logie just running off, I was the one that would run.
Like Forrest Gump to the Waffle House.
Like, no. Yeah, I was the type that would run back to the party and keep going. That was me.
Yeah.
I did that at a local bar in Lancaster, and I didn't want to leave. So my brother-in-law had to catch me at an underground parking lot because I took off. And they're like, oh shit, there she goes. And here I come running. And then when he caught me, he just threw me over his shoulder, and I was like, ugh. And then he carried me back to the car. That was probably the worst night I've ever had, and the terrible hangover. And the very next morning, that was the morning that I had my first date with my husband on the back of his bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that story? Yeah, that night before, I was at a place called Bex. It was Bex first, but now they call it Buckles and Boots now. And yeah, I was drinking there, and oh my god, like margaritas, fireballs were the worst. Tequila shot.
Why is it?
But, however, once I started realizing that it was getting out of hand, my personality turned, and I started becoming this person that just wanted to black out. That was my goal. Like, I didn't want to remember anything. I don't want to feel anything. I did it behind closed doors. Then it started to get bad and worse and worse. Yeah. And that's when I came clean to my mom and dad and said, hey, I'm in the worst place right now. I don't like where I am. Yeah. So could you help me get out of that environment? So that helped me a lot. And then seeing how I acted and how I was in front of my future husband that's sitting over there and puking in a fucking metal trash can at a biker's bar. I mean, I just felt so embarrassed. And he had to sit there and put up with me as I'm like going through this dizzy. The room was still spinning and it was hot that day. So that was the day that I started to, you know, turn it all around, and I quit drinking, I quit partying, but I remember I used to go to Tiger King. It was not Tiger King, Tiger Heat. It's called Tiger Heat. And
I called for help twice.
Where those tigers went.
What do you need or nothing?
It was a gay club. That's what it was. I used to go there a lot in college. Thursday nights, me and the girls, we would like get done with a game or practice, and we would leave the dorms, pre-game at Bob's Liquor Store, and drive all the way to downtown LA on Hollywood Boulevard, and then go to public park, slam a bunch of drinks, hide the shooters in our pockets or in our shorts or our socks, and then once we get done pre-gaming, go stand in line, crack open a can of Red Bull, drink that all, crack open a can of Buzzball when they first came out, chug that whole thing, and we were ready to go. And then once we're in the club, when we feel our mood going down, that's when we'll dig for our shooters, crack those open, and then just drink them both up, and then throw them in the trash. Because drinks back then were like $12.50 for a small Dixie cup. And we would party until 3:30 in the morning, drive all the way back to AV and then rub our eyes, change into our game gear, and we had a softball game at 8:30 in the morning. So we were like varsity blues every Thursday, just sweating. We like put dip in our mouth, and that's what got us through the day. And our coach would be like, "You bitches better not have been partying last night. You bitches smell like beer. We're gonna run." And then as we're sweating, oh, dude, we smell like alcohol for sure. And then we would pay for it at practice.
It's just...
But I can't do that anymore.
It's just crazy. I think everyone goes through their party phases.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone goes through... And it's funny how you started off your story there, Ninja, and how, you know, it's weird what alcohol does to us. It opens us up.
Yeah.
Because we're so, you know, like this. And what alcohol does, and I do think THC does this as well, but it takes out those barriers, man. It really does. They call it liquid courage, right? But I do think when your boundaries, your walls are shut down, you can really easily do the flip side of emotions, where hate gets expelled and you want to fight someone. You know what I mean? It all depends, but those barriers do get open, and you can be a lovey-dovey person, you can do this and that, but I do think we all go through those experiences. And, you know, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if when you have enough bad experiences, I've had plenty of nights where I don't remember what happened, and that is not good. That's your blackout drunk, and people will say, "Oh, you did this, you did that," and that makes you like never want to drink again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, you got
You
taught a
say
lesson, Ninja. And Logie, I mean, you just seem like you just got, you were just go get some food, bro. You look like a cool drunk to me.
Yeah. No, there's definitely times where I'm just like, you know what? Nope.
Yeah.
Like, you know, back when I was like, you know, really suffering from depression and I fucking knew it. Like, there was also times where I would just leave because I'm just like, nobody fucking wants me here. I'm just gonna Waffle Houses me because I have money. You know what I mean? But like, now there's definitely been times where we're just like, you know, like, I think I'm just gonna disappear and see who notices. You know what I mean? And if nobody says anything, then just proves my point. Nobody fucking wanted me there. Ooh! Ow! Yeah.
No, you're supposed to show your bat wings. Ew. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah!
That's a man right there. Look at that.
Ladies.
He needs to see. You should tell him to start an OnlyFans, Ninja. He's in much better shape than I am.
Oh God! Don't even get him started down that path because he probably wouldn't hesitate.
I think
Reggie's on a good one though. I like that because it makes me think about my son. Like, oh, that explains why my oldest escapes a lot. From his mama.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious. One of your little ones was in the background just climbing up shit, and it just looked like he just fucking face planted and then ran off. Yeah, it was hilarious. He was climbing up there like a little spider monkey, and then it looked like he just fucking face planted. Like I don't know if he jumped, but it looked like he fell off. And like I was dying laughing because he just gets up, and just takes off running like, I'm okay.
You Spider-Man, bro.
It was fucking hilarious.
Good to know I'm back off. None alcohol, get better. That's good, James. You're off the alcohol. Dude, I would like to get I just miss the feeling of I don't know. I haven't been buzzed or drunk or high on a very long time. And I kind of feel like some steam needs to come off, but at the same time I'm like, dude, I don't know. I think the next time I drink, it's going to be a social thing. And for those here who are vibing, can you guys just drink alone? Because there are people who just drink alone just to get the edge off. And I used to, if I was watching like a playoff hockey game or something like that, I used to have some space dust and drink alone. But now it's just like there's no point. I don't know. You guys ever crave it?
Not really. I mean, there's days where I'm just like, you know what? I think I'll have a fucking glass of whiskey on the rocks with dinner tonight because I can. But I mean, like, I barely drink anymore. I mean, it's got to be like a special occasion if I do. I mean, like, you know, go to Texas Roadhouse. Of course, I'm having a beer with my steak. You know, 4th of July, of course, I'm probably going to have a few brewskis, but not too many because I got to keep an eye on a boil. But yeah, probably when I'm eating, I'll probably be throwing a few back. But I don't have the desire for it anymore. Like, I don't have the, you know, or like sometimes on the weekend I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna get me a tall boy of a fucking Bud Michelada and add some extra hot sauce because their picante one isn't hot enough. You know, and just fucking drink that while doing yard work. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't ever crave to, you know, get loose like how I fucking used to. I mean, I think that's out of my system since I fucking left the Navy, just because, like, you know, that was a way to cope. You know what I mean?
It's a coping thing. Standing together. I don't drink alone, but I'm happy to smoke alone. And Ninja, you being a mom, I'm sure you're just like over it, right? You got.
It just feels like there's no time. Even when I was breastfeeding, I couldn't drink, and I don't. If I were to, and when I did, I just didn't do it around my kids. It's like, it's weird. I mean, my parents never did that shit. They never would have done that in front of me. So it just got to the point to where it's like, it's pointless. But if it's on a special occasion, yes. 4th of July, while we're trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing with pickleball, my birthday.
Love pickleball.
And probably the only time that I would want another gentleman's Jack Daniel's whiskey was, Logie knows this story, which I'm not going to say. I'll fill you in later, Chris. The terrible day that I had yesterday. Then, and then I was like, there was never a time where I wanted a cigarette so goddamn bad.
Yeah, that's more so my cravings as of late. It's just like, I don't know if it's because, you know, Ninja and I like jokingly talk about it in chat a lot, but like I have been craving fucking a cigarette like no other, man.
Really?
Like, my God. Oh my God, I want a cigarette. I've been wanting a cigarette so fucking bad. So like probably this weekend I might fire up the pipe just to satiate it a little bit, but fucking hell, like the cravings are getting real, and that's another reason why I don't really drink too much either. Is I'm one of those where if I throw a few back fast enough, then the craving for this, like, be like, who's got a cigarette? Like, and it might get to the point where I actually go out and buy a pack, and then I'm just like, well, so gotta smoke the entire pack.
You can't just go out and buy a pack and smoke a cigarette and. You don't trust yourself?
I don't trust myself to do it. I definitely have realized about myself that I do have somewhat of a addictive personality. And I mean, shit, I tried to quit dip for a fucking week and I went back to it. You know what I mean? Certain things in my past I got fucking addicted to, and you know, managed to fucking overcome and quit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's just fucking, I know myself well enough. If I buy that fucking pack, then I'm going to start back up again. There's no way. I mean, even I used to be fine with, you know, because I used to hang out with a lot of smokers, obviously. But, you know, I'd bum one or two and then, you know, be good for the night and then wake up the next morning and be like, hey, nope. Yeah. My breath stinks and my mouth tastes bad. Like, I don't fucking, you know, not gonna buy it. But in that moment, fuck yeah, like, give me a cigarette. And
what about cigar?
You know, and I mean, I can do a cigar. Yeah, I can do a cigar. Cigars are perfectly fine. Like, I don't have cravings for cigars, and you know, like, you know, if there was a point in time where, like, I think I was like smoking, like, I cut a chicken like completely, in like a whole ass chicken in half, and was smoking a chicken. And I was just like, you know, it would be really good right now if I had a cigar with a glass of fucking whiskey while I sat out here and just enjoyed nature and the smell of smoking chicken. So I did that once, and you know, that was fine.
You can
Not only
debate.
that, but there's there's people around me that used to smoke and try not to smoke as well. So I mean, if
Yeah.
I don't want to bring that around them and tempt them into it. My dog's freaking out. Why? Yeah, it'll be fine. Probably neighbors.
Alan getting into another
Yeah.
water.
What the fuck is Alan? Yeah, I got addictive personality. I think it's just a native thing. But, I know myself better than anybody that I would be more susceptible to becoming an alcoholic in a heartbeat, which is why I quit. And then I don't really trust myself to do it alone. I don't trust myself enough to stop. So most of the time my husband's with me. So he knows like 1 or 2 is fine. One, maybe on my birthday I'll have 3, which is my limit anyway. So yeah, that. But Siggy's, I do miss Siggy's. There was a point in our chat where we went on a nostalgia of what we used to do back in the early millennium, and it's like, oh, I miss those times where it's like crimped and just and then
Wasn't there
cherry.
isn't there a Native American brand? Something Spirits?
American Spirit.
Oh, American Spirits. Yeah.
Is that a Native American type of like cigarette, or is that just like a fucking
I think it's just a brand, but they should keep the headdress there, okay? Just leave it alone. Don't remove
Did
it,
they
please.
change it?
I like it. No, it's still there, I think. But
Stand together. Cigs are the hardest things to quit. I've quit about 5 times now and still find myself quitting them. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, do you guys like? I've never smoked a cigarette before and felt relaxed or anything like that. I don't know why. With dip, I do, but I mean, I guess my mom, dude, like Ninja, like you were saying how your parents never. My parents growing up were fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Every weekend, smoking cigarettes, weed, drinking, getting hammered, making them fools out of themselves growing up. Because they were like, when I was 4 or 5, my mom was 22, 23. They were big partiers. I was surrounded by alcohol and cigarettes. That was just a normal thing in the 80s, But
yeah.
they would fight all the time too, man. And I think that's a big reason why, like, as I was drinking in college and drinking after college, I saw the path that I was going down. And I think that was probably the main reason why I just stopped. That and my experiences of blacking out. But as soon as I moved up to Corona, when I started working at Mud Jug and I met Darcy, I mean, dude, we would party hard too. There were some nights where Jeff and the boys would come over to Darcy's place and we would just get fucking shit-faced. But by that time I was like 30 years old. So I think when I was like 30, early 30s, I just stopped. I freaking stopped. Later, Reg. Oh, look at that. He's going to Bible study. Hell yeah, dude. I used to buy it back in the day. It's natural tobacco. The American Spirits? Do they not have a filter on them? See, I don't even know. Like, Jesse would smoke those Lucky
I don't
Strikes and they
remember.
don't got a filter in them.
My buddies at work, when I used to work, she smoked American Spirits, and that was her version of saying she was quitting. So that was like a substitute. I'm like, it's the cigarettes. So I tried it, and I can recall it has filters. I think the only cigarettes that doesn't have filters still are Camel cigarettes, the small pack with the soft paper. They don't have filters.
I remember whenever I did smoke in college, when a friend had it, it would only be menthol cigarettes because they were cooler.
Ooh.
Menthols were nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, my brain was the Camel Crush Bold. Like there's like a little bead in the filter, and you crush it, and it would release like mentholiness. But I would get the bold because they were like, I equated them to the equivalent of like a Marlboro Red, but it was either that or it was Marlboro Smooths, because Marlboro Smooths felt like you were smoking Christmas.
Peppermint.
Yeah,
I could
they
never
were
get
so
into
good.
menthols. Never. I tried it. None of them was really my thing. I didn't like that cooling additive. It was always. I remember if I was shit face. I didn't give a fuck what I smoked. Even if it was Marlboro Reds or the Black Labels, I didn't care. But my go-to every single time that I got tipsy or buzzed, it was always Marlboro Blend number 27s. It had to be Blend number 27s.
Oh, Marble Ice Blast. Stand together. You guys, age yourself with the movie you saw at the cinema when you were a kid. What's the earliest movie you remember watching in the theaters that'll age you? Do you guys remember?
In theaters?
There's only one that comes to There's only one that comes to mind, but like I'm sure there were times before this that I just can't recall. But I remember seeing the Disney animated Atlantis. My grandma took me to see it because I wanted to see it so fucking bad. So she took me to see it. And my grandma thought it was boring, so she fell asleep. That's why it's so memorable to me, because I was like locked in watching it, just like all about everything about it. And like, and my grandma was like, yeah, I fell asleep.
I was, dude, I don't know what year this came out, but I remember seeing The Lion King in theaters, the original Jurassic Park. I remember seeing, dude, no, there was an older Disney movie. What was it? Oh, this is gonna age me big time. What year did Atlantis come out, Logan?
Oh God, hold on, I'd have to Google that.
I remember seeing
Atlantis?
Jungle Book in the theaters.
2001.
Yeah. You were how old? You were like 8-10 years old?
I was 9, yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember that long. Flubber, stand together. What's up, Redneck Gaming? How you doing, dude?
That's so funny.
Toy Story.
Big Flubber.
Toy Story, man, didn't those come out in 2000? How old is Toy Story? Fielding an older kid.
I remember having VHSs of Toy Story.
Toy Story is a 1995 film.
Oh, really?
I remember the video game they were advertising.
I saw Aladdin on theaters too.
I was 3 years old.
You know what? I've never seen any Disney movies in theaters when I was a kid. I always saw them when they came out in VHS. But I remember the very first movie I saw in a theaters that my mom let me allow to go with my brothers. I remember it was Austin Powers when it came out. I think I was 6 years old when I saw that, and it was so funny. And then right after that, I saw Titanic. And then right after that, I remember I saw the Blair Witch Project, and that was so fun.
Oh my God.
I remember, I don't know if it was the first Austin Powers, but I remember in high school, me and my buddy. Do you remember the Austin Powers movie where, which movie was it where they were in a Jerry Springer show and they had the clan where Dr. Evil grabs the clan. I got his hood. Was that the second one?
Was that the second one?
I remember me and my buddy would go. We watched that. We walked to the movie theater from our high school, and we would always go and watch that.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh my God, that one was. Didn't you see the moon landing, bro? The moon landing was in 1969. I'm not that old, bro. I'm not that old. I was born in 82, bro. Redneck Gaming, what was the first movie you can recall that you saw in theaters when you were a kid? Oh, man. I used to love going to the movie theaters when I was a kid. Did you guys ever do drive-ins?
Never.
I've always
we
wanted
never
to.
had a drive-in. I always wanted to. I heard there's one or two left somewhere over the San Gabriel Mountains. I think it was in Riverside. There's one.
Yeah.
And then the second one
Van
is
Buren.
somewhere in the bougie. Van Buren.
Van Buren. Yep. That I used to live
I've
like
always
15
wanted
minutes
to.
from there. Back in the day, they used to, they had, when you parked your car, there was this little speaker thing, and you just put the speaker
Yes, noise.
on
Yep.
your window. But later
Yep.
on, the drive-in theater that I went to growing up, there was one, There was like 3 or 4. So there's different lanes that will lead you to each screen. And in the middle of the parking lot, huge parking lot, there was this big concession stand.
Slide door.
I remember when it got transferred from the speaker you put on your window to every theater had its own frequency. So you just tune in into your AM radio to the frequency, and you can. And dude, it was the best thing because back in the day, dude, subwoofers were a big thing. So even like taking
that didn't drain your car's battery.
Well, you would have to turn it on every like so often, but it was very common for.
I missed what he said. The engine rumbled.
But it was cool though. Once they transitioned, you can use your car audio, and a lot of people will bring their speakers outside, and you just lay lawn chairs. People who had trucks, you know, they'll put a mattress in the back, or they'll bring an inflatable couch, and it was such a cool thing, man. Drive-ins were like so fun because, you know, you couldn't watch a movie until the sun was down. So.
Yep.
And obviously, a lot of the times, you know, when the winter times it's nice, you just bundle up, you bring some blankets. But in summer times, it gets dark at 8. But I would watch a movie at this theater, and then right after that, we would just drive into the next. We would watch like 3 movies and just get hammered and eat popcorn and junk food from the concession stands. It was
You would
freaking.
drive in and chill.
Oh, dude, we got caught once. We would. You can hide because you got to pay per person that's in the car. It's not per vehicle.
Yeah.
So we would hide people in the trunk, and of course the people know that people do that, and so when they see a car driving in and they're fucking, it's like that. They'll have a guy trail you, and we got caught. Hey, you guys gotta go out. You gotta, yeah. It was funny. Dude, drive-ins are so awesome, man. Bros boss be sacking.
Oh, stand together. We take our kangaroos down and nap in their pouches during intermission.
JD, we rode dinosaurs to the theater, and the quickest means of travel was the trusty pterodactyl. I don't even know what the fuck.
Pterodactyl.
Oh, a pterodactyl. The kangaroo. That's hilarious. I think that'll be a good business.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
Why?
Because the P is silent.
That
was a dad joke. Dude, I am not the oldest. Am I the oldest one in this chat right now? I'm older than JD. I think I am. I think I'm the oldest old-ass fucking man in here.
Oh, when I found out that I was the youngest of the fucking mod team, I was like, oh shit, I thought we were all around the same age. My bad.
Yeah, you are the youngest. You're the baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
No, who else?
And Ninja was talking about something or another. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, holy shit, Ninja's older than me. Fuck. I thought we were the same age.
Ninja, you look young, Ninja. You do really look young. Is that common for natives to look young? Do they age gracefully?
Not in my opinion. I don't think so. No.
Really? I don't know if it's a dark skin thing. I think black people age gracefully. I think Mexicans age gracefully. It might be a dark skin thing. I don't know. There's something to it. Asians age gracefully.
Oh my god.
Asians, bro. It's like their skin's made out of formaldehyde.
Yeah. Well, they age gracefully, and then like they hit a certain age, and then it's all of a sudden they're 103. Or at least they look like they're 103. It's like, what? Wait, what happened? Last week you were fine.
Where's this other question?
But as long as you keep using the Korean face cream, you'll look young forever.
Strawberry milk feels nice.
All right, guys. Did you ever talk back to your parents when growing up?
Hell no!
I learned very quickly that is not a thing you should do.
No.
Even if you have a valid point, nope, that's talking back. You're getting smacked.
Oh man, you guys were good kids. You guys were great. I didn't when I was a kid. Once I became like, once I went through puberty, like 15, 16, 14, those days, I would talk back big time, dude. And I guess it depends on what environment. I grew up where there was constant fights, like screaming, physical shit. So I got that shit from my parents. But it was always like, I'm moving out. Screw this shit. Those kids who like pack a backpack. I'm never coming back.
I'm not coming back. No, I remember when I was a kid, I got threatened with it. Like, you don't like it, you could just walk out that door. So I actually did it once, and then I got my ass beat for actually doing it.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Like, what you say?
You guys were some respectful ass kids, man. Stand together, 91 baby here.
It wasn't like in my case, like I don't want to like I'm not trying to like throw a pity party here, but it wasn't more so respect, it was more so fear.
Shit, that's worse.
Yeah,
that's worse.
Yeah,
bro.
It's a little different.
That is like, ow. I'm scared. Fuck that. James, no, never did. Well, that's good. You guys are good. And if you're a kid out there still living with parents, be respectful, man. Be respectful. And it's crazy, man. The parents don't know. No one's ever really ready to have kids, and parents are learning as they go too. You know what I mean? And it's up to you to break that generational curse. If you don't like the ways you were brought up, then when you have your kids, it should be you set the new boundaries. And I see that a lot with my twin brother and my brother, all my brothers and sisters that have kids. They've changed shit up. They kept a lot of stuff, but they've changed some stuff up. But I don't know. I think parenting is everyone has their own little way, man. And I don't know. I think we live in I don't know. Do you guys think beatings
Some of these
are
kids be
good?
too soft.
Yeah. I think there should be some discipline, but I don't like.
Oh, yeah,
I was
like-
beaten as a kid, dude. But
Yeah,
that
no,
also
like you shouldn't be sending
put
your
me
kids to
straight.
school with black eyes and fucking
Oh,
bruises and shit,
absolutely.
so that the
Absolutely.
counselor asks what happened. You know what I mean? And yeah, I can't tell you how many times CPS was called to my fucking house. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because playing baseball with your sister in the backyard as an excuse only works so many fucking times. But yeah, no, like there should be some type. I'm not advocating for beating your kids, but I mean there should be some type of fucking repercussion of something or
Yeah.
another. Like I see a lot of people like throwing fits about people who are parents who have their kids exercise as a punishment. You know what I mean? I had that when I was a kid because my stepmom always liked to say when I was in the Air Force, even though she didn't even make it through fucking boot camp. Like that was part of my punishment. But there's limits to it. You know what I mean? Like no kid should get what I got, which was like, okay, you have to do 200 push-ups, 300 sit-ups. There's no way at 9 years old what kid can do fucking 200 push-ups in a row, unless they're a fucking beast. Like I was a skinny, I was a skinny thin twig. There ain't no fucking way in hell. And then like if I couldn't do it, got beat. It shouldn't be like that. But I mean like and fuck, I mean, I'm not saying it's the reason why I'm a little fat, but I do despise exercise. I wonder why. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't like it. I know it's what I need to do and why I'm starting to try to get back into it. But I've always had a loathing for fucking exercise. Just fucking like it's just like, oh god, like I gotta fucking go do PTs and shit. Fucking
Chores was a
is
punishment.
fine. Yeah,
Chores was a big punishment. You got to do this, this.
Yeah. You get the. Did you ever get the white glove test after you did your chores though? Because I got that.
Oh
yeah,
no.
I got the white glove test. If there was the fucking mark on the finger, nope. Guess what? You're doing everything again. Doesn't matter if if you vacuumed perfectly, but the window you missed a spot on the windowsill. They found that spot. You're doing everything again. I was like, fuck.
Windows. I never had that chore. It was more like do the dishes,
Oh, yeah.
take out the trash, clean the bathrooms, clean the toilets, do the
Oh, no.
laundry.
You know,
Simple shit
move
like that.
every like my stepmom, I swear to God, was like I'll say collector because she wasn't really a hoarder, but I mean like she liked to collect a lot of shit and like have little knickknacks around the house. Every knickknack had to be dusted, and every knickknack had to be removed from a shelf, dust the knickknacks, then put everything back in its original spot. And if something wasn't in its original spot, or if there was a mark of dust, nope, doing all of it again. It was like this fucking.
Sounds dreadful.
This place is a prison. What it bullshit.
Adrian said he talked back to his parents only once, so he learned his
Mm-hmm.
lesson.
Yeah, you only need to learn once.
It must have been a
I
bad
mean, hell,
one,
fucking,
dude.
God, like, I promise, Ninja, I'll let you talk. But I remember, going into before going into Walmart, you get a slap to the back of the fucking head, and it's if you act up in this fucking store, you'll get it 10 times worse. And I was like, did you just fucking hit me for something I might do? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, the fuck, dude? Yeah, that was always the thing. Like, you act up, you're going to get 10 times worse when we leave. You are not safe. Or you ever get taken to the Walmart family bathroom?
Damn.
Get spanked in the in the Walmart family bathroom? Yeah, I've been there.
It's different cultures too, though, dude. I think cultures have a big thing. A big thing for the Mexicans is you'll get the chancla, man. You'll get the chancla. You'll get smacked. But
All right, Ninja, your turn.
What do you think, Ninja? You have anything to add to this conversation?
I think I learned my lesson when I was a kid, not to talk back to my parents, but I mostly feared my dad because he was in the Navy, so a lot of what he did and was instilled, he did that with us. So he raised us like in a militant lifestyle. So we would always, my brother and I, even though I was in elementary level grade, he would wake us up before the sun would come up. It's still dark, and he would just open our door and just yell "revelry," and then he would just say it over and over until we get up.
Old school.
And then we're sitting there doing this, and then we had a routine where my brother would start their car, warm it up, and then my job was to make them coffee. So I would start their coffee, get their thermoses opened up. It was a Stanley. That way, when it was done, they just pour it in there and then they leave. And then it was our jobs to take showers or take a bath, get ready for school, make sure we're not late, sit by the window. And the minute we see that bus pull up on the road, we would have to sprint all the way down there on that little dirt road and go meet the bus. And it was going to be hell if my parents found out that we missed the bus. Because the nearest town to go to school was 52 miles away. So that meant they would have to leave the power plant and drive 52 miles to come pick up our stupid asses, which thank God it's never happened before. So we always made sure we caught the bus. Yeah, I got spanks. We didn't get the chancla, we got the belt. So I remember we used to get spanked. We got the belt. We got the stern shoulder, not pinch, but that shoulder grip here. And the minute
The death grip.
my parents did this inside the store, that meant you're in trouble. So
You didn't get
whatever
the
I
ear pull?
did, whatever I said, I was gonna get it at home.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
different time.
And if I had a bad grade, I remember I got a C.
Oh yeah.
This is where I think my parents played favoritisms with my brothers, and they favored the sons. So I remember I got a C or maybe a D on my report card. I got the clothes hanger right on the back of my thighs.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Spilled the beans and said, "She talks too much in class. She's always socializing." And I'm sitting there going, and I'm like, "Ah." And then I get the clothes hanger. My brother got caught with dip in his mouth in welding class and had a D in his class, and all he got was he just got yelled at. Sitting there like rubbing my ass cheek. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? Why did I get whipped? And then I was constantly told, don't get pregnant, don't get a boyfriend. If you, what do they say? If you don't graduate high school, we're just going to marry you off. Like, I got threatened a lot that we're just going to marry you off because arranged marriages is a thing in our culture.
Really?
But and then to escape that, I decided to go to college. Like, fuck that. I don't want to get married. I'm going to go to college. So that's how I ended up here. And then it turns out my parents were never going to do that. They just said that because they knew that was going to
scare you.
start me to do
The scare
thing.
tactic. Yep.
It was a scare tactic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All those whipping, it mostly happened when I was a kid. So as I grew up, I just knew better. Like, don't do an attitude. Don't talk back. Be respectful. Even when we were kids and we would go to other people's houses, my mom made sure that we sat still on the couch. Don't run around. Don't be loud. Don't go digging around in other people's houses and ask for permission if you need to go to the bathroom. So me and my brother, we would just sit there on the couch and just try not to be bored and look around and count how many flies are in the room.
Here.
People would be like, are your kids hungry?
Oh, yeah.
Do they want to go play? And I'm like, no, we don't want to go
Nope.
play.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
We were
my parents were always.
we were really disciplined.
My parents were always like apparently approached, be like, "Your kids are so well behaved." It's like, yeah, because we're fucking scared.
Yeah. All it takes is one,
my
dude.
God.
Stand together.
But,
My
No.
dad just did one
Getting
look.
knocked out.
All he had to do was do one fucking look, and that meant, oh shit, I better stop. And whenever my friends used to approach me at the grocery store, they never did because my dad was always with me. So my friend will be like, hey, Darla, what's going on? What are you doing? And they'll look up at my dad, and my dad will give them a look, and then they'll just walk off. To him, that was funny. Yeah, to him, that was funny. And I never partied in high school. I never ran away. I never snuck out because I knew like that was going to be bad if I ever did that. I just knew better. All the shenanigans I've said on this live vibe that I did in high school, I was just smart enough not to get caught. That was it.
Yeah, exactly.
With my kids now, it's really hard to discipline them. It's really hard. I don't.
It's different.
I
It's
haven't really found a middle ground yet because they're different, unfortunately. And then people keep telling me, no, don't say they're different. They're like any other kids. And I said, well, of course I'm going to remind them that they're like every other kid. But in reality, they're not.
Yeah.
So I can't
Exactly.
yell at them. Like, I can't spank them. You can't do any of that because they don't know. They're still
Yeah.
children on autism. It's totally different. So I'm still trying to find out how to teach my kids to behave, to be respectful, to like, that's a no, don't be. Right now they only understand good baby and bad baby. Like, are you being a good baby or a bad baby?
Yeah.
That's all they know right now. And then my parents and his family, they're in the older generation to where they don't understand. They think my kids are just being labeled. They're normal. They're fine. You're just not talking to them. You're just not doing this. You're not doing that right.
Yeah,
you need to
of
do this.
course.
And
Yeah.
like, no.
Do it your
You guys
own
don't
way,
get it.
Ninja. Your own way.
Oh.
They're your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Stand
I was,
together. Yes, I get it, bro. Go ahead, Logie.
Like Ninja brought up scare tactics. I just like looking back, I have to laugh because like, the scare tactic with me was sending me to military school.
It worked.
Yeah, if I was bad enough, send me off to military school with where the bad kids go. And then, but like it was funny because then they would show me like scenes from movies, like take Jarhead for example. They're like, this is what will happen to you in not Jarhead, Jarhead. They're like, this is what happened to you in military school, and it's like the scene where Jake Gyllenhaal gets his head slammed up against the fucking chalkboard for talking back. I got lost on my way to college, sir. He gets his head slammed. Or looking back, of all things, the scene from Starship Troopers where he gets the knife thrown in his fucking hand. If you cannot press a button if you disable his hand, like or also Starship Troopers where dude just straight up breaks fucking that the other dude's arm. You know what I mean? Like that was the scare tactic. I was like, oh, I want to go to military school, and then I grow up and I'm at 17. I'm like, well, my life is basically fucking military anyway. May as well join the fucking Navy. You know what I mean? So,
I would have shown Full Metal
it's
Jacket.
funny how it
bro.
turned out.
I would have shown Full Metal Jacket, seeing him screaming at you.
Oh yeah, no, that was another one too. Like, you know, the whole fucking, they're like, this is what it's gonna be like if you go to military school, and like, yeah, I was scared shitless because I was like, why? There's no need to be yelling. But no, I have to laugh and look when I look back because it was just like, you know, wow, look how that turned out. It was a scare tactic for so many years, and I just said, fuck it.
Stand. Dad used to grab me by my ears and tell me I was effed when we got home. Sure enough, even if we were a few days off from home, as soon as I walked in the door, you were gone.
You were gone.
It's crazy, man. We all have different upbringings, man. It's funny. I'm gonna say it's funny, but like obviously a lot of you guys had some pretty rough fucking childhoods, but yeah, our childhoods did shape us how we are today, man. It's just that's just the nature of the beast, and even though I had a really tough childhood, I don't think I don't know. I think like a lot of the strict punishments and the duties to keep things clean, it makes me happy. A lot of good things came from that childhood, and being a clean person and being respectful, all that. It's just, it shapes who we are today, man. It really does. Your mic.
Your
Logan.
mic.
His mic turned off.
His cat probably unplugged it. It's like, yeah. Your mic's still turned off.
We turned out pretty darn good. Damn right, stand together. Logie, Earth to Logie.
Still can't hear you.
I can read that lip. You were like, F.
Oh, he's gonna restart. Yeah, I agree. I'm happy with that kind of upbringing because it did show me like there was a reason behind it, and like I said in the last several live vibes ago, I'll never forget my dad's words when he always said, "This is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you."
And it's true. And it's tough love. It's tough love. Logie,
there you go.
Good?
It's tough love.
Am I good?
You're
Can you all
good.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was dumb since I was trying to unplug a card reader that I have for working from home. I unplugged my mic instead of the fucking card reader.
Wow,
and
way to go.
Yeah, when we tested this before, you know, when I turned it off and turned it back on, like, you know, I'd have to leave and come back, but I don't even remember what I was saying, so go ahead and continue.
Well, let's go into this news story. Did you guys hear about
Sydney
this?
Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney is releasing a
she got her own
men's
bar.
soap called Bathwater Bliss with Dr. Squatch.
Oh God.
5,000 bars of soap
mean,
are infused with her own bathwater.
Shut your mouth. That's not real.
It's real.
Who's
First off,
that?
I mean, it doesn't.
Dude,
It doesn't
she's
surprise me since she's like, you know, the hot thing right now. So it doesn't surprise me, and like she is the face of Dr. Squatch right now. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but like infusing her bathwater in it, like really, come on. I mean, then again, you know, we saw the thing where it's just like, oh, I'm selling my bathwater, and fucking like came a millionaire from it.
That one OnlyFans girl.
Not her, but a different person.
Ninja, you don't know who this... She has the best tits in Hollywood.
No.
Let's just put it that way.
Never.
No, she doesn't.
No clue.
Oh,
Elena,
she's-
did you know this?
She is gorgeous. Her face is gorgeous. I think she's hot as hell, bro. Let me see if there's any other photos I can... Let me see.
I've seen better.
I think she is gorgeous, man.
He's fallen for the fad, Ninja. We gotta unbrainwash him.
God damn it, Chris.
It's been a while, guys. Leave me alone. I mean, right, Ninja? No? You don't think she's pretty?
Oh, she's got the heavies.
Oh, they're big time. Big time. Big time.
She's got them Billie Eilish size.
I think it's her eyes. I don't know. I think it's her eyes. I don't think it's anything else.
I'm sure that's what it is, Chris. Uh-huh.
It's the eyes.
Big eyes.
I'm trying to find a better picture that shows her eyes better.
Watch, Chris is gonna take like a 2-minute bathroom break in like 5 seconds.
I don't
Hold
know
on,
what
guys.
you're talking about.
Hot mic.
I think she has a pretty smile too. No, I just think she has a seductive. It's her eyes. Her eyes are very seductive. Crispy drinking the bathwater for sure. I'm not drinking that. That's disgusting. But dude, I think it's good marketing. I think they're gonna sell these 5,000 bars pretty quick, man. I love the squash.
Oh, they'll be sold out within
So
within minutes. Fucking. It's just like one of the barbecue pit masters that I watch. Everyone loves a clean weenie. All right, wash your ass.
all right, guys. I am guilty of this.
Clean your nails. Cleanliness is amazing.
Grooming. Do you leave your dishes in the sink overnight? I do. I have not major, no pots, never a pot, but it's always like a Tupperware container with water and soap, and I put my silverware in there. It's what I normally do.
Soak.
Do you, Loki? Do you leave dishes like, oh fuck this, bro?
Oh
Well,
yeah, like
as
there's definitely times where I've lied to myself and be like, oh yeah, I need to let this soak, and I'm just like, I could hand wash this, but I mean, shit, I got a fucking frying pan in the fucking sink right now because I have to hand wash it. It's a very nice stainless steel pan, and I want to take care of it, so like I'm gonna hand wash it. But I mean, yeah, it's how much do I want? It's been there for 2 days.
Bro, the way you cook, you probably use a lot of pans simultaneously.
Oh my god, you should see it. You should see my sink after on the Monday after fucking having my girlfriend over for the weekend, man. Like, my god. Yeah, I've been trying to get better, at like, all right, cool, we're done using this. I'll just throw everything in the dishwasher, for later. But I mean, there are definitely times where like that shit will stack up and I'll be like, I don't feel like taking care of this right now.
Ninja, well, you're a family. That must be
Bro, there's some nights where I'm like, I look at my kitchen and I'm just, oh fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow. And I just turn the lights off and just leave it down. And it depends on how rough that pan is. Like if it's just there and you can't scratch it with your fingernails, like that, just let this soak for a little bit until I get my hands on some SOS pads.
We all do it, man. We all do it. I have a dishwasher that I don't use. I don't know. I think that should be a thing that I should fucking utilize, maybe. Yes, all the time.
It's nice.
Adrian. But done first thing in the morning. It's always nice to soak
Oh, yeah.
a pad, though.
Yeah, just let that bitch soak. I have a dishwasher, but I don't know how to use it. And I don't even know if it works.
I love my dishwasher. Anything that can go in the dishwasher does go in the dishwasher. And some things that say don't put in the dishwasher, it's fine on the top rack. Dude, I hate washing dishes, man. Fuck.
Oh, man. Look at this, guys. Where's the, just in.
Rematch with the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Final.
Edmonton are going to the Stanley Cup Final. For you hockey fans out there. Now it's going to be Florida versus Edmonton.
Ooh.
last year, I want to say that I did a couple. I might have to do a couple. Maybe a Game 7 stream on the Live Vibe. I really like watching the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs. But, alright guys. We gotta play the Song of Songs, man. It's that time.
Oh, shit.
It's
My
that
God.
time.
Nothing is Spotlight?
Oh,
There's 2 submissions
One.
for Spotlight. One from late last night and one today.
I showed
Oh, I
Kings.
should submit.
Oh, did you
showed
show?
Kings,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. You did show Kings last night. I forgot.
And Thor, this isn't for Thor. If you're watching, this isn't Live Viber Spotlight,
Wow,
bro.
Thor
This is a
changed.
meme. Thor, you changed, bro. This is personal, bro. Meerkats are good. You guys, well, we're gonna have to wait till Monday, but just remember, Spotlight is photos of you, not memes. Even though these meerkats look, it's Timo.
That's not a meme. That's a video of meerkats, Chris. You never said no videos of meerkats.
They look like they smell like puppy or something.
They look cute as hell. That's Timon. That's like the Lion King, right? Animal.
Timon.
Meerkat.
Yeah. Meerkat.
Yeah. All right, guys, put on your wigs. Let's get this going. For those who are vibing, it's that time. It's that time.
I don't have a wig. I gotta get a Pinchy wig. You know what I mean?
Fine, I'll place an Amazon order later on today. Send it, and hopefully it doesn't, take 7 weeks to fucking get to you guys.
Chicago. Hey. Where's my dance partner? Kristen. Oh, okay. I got a line on my headphones. Like, huh? It's not in here. I saw someone running in the bathroom.
Logan, you're dumb.
Okay, get here.
Ninja, I've never seen that cat before.
Oh, that's my first kitty. Her name is Anya. She's very camera shy sometimes. And since I adopted these 2 little rugrats, my other kitties, she's been in a very, very bad mood within the past year.
The dog, Logan. That shit's too good,
Big
folks.
dog.
You guys, thanks for vibing with us tonight. I mean, thanks for vibing with me tonight, guys.
Hey, Tristan, light!
Sir and Madame, I
And
hope you all...
Ninja said, "Let there be light."
Hey, light. Where'd he
Thanks
go?
for vibing,
Listen.
Sam. Thanks for vibing, brother. We did the... I forgot to play the screenshot. Lovey has the freaking wig, though, man. You guys...
Wig's getting a little
Live vibe.
nappy. The curls are falling out. My weave.
Don't forget the patch of weed.
You live vibers in chat. I hope you all have an amazing freaking weekend, man. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Hell yeah.
53. All right, guys. Enjoy your weekend. I love you all. God bless. And have a good night. Peace out, guys.